Girl, you so so good. This is before he got married. This is Canid Talk Radio on IntellectualRadio.com, where Thursday it is the best night of your life. We sit here in Studio B and Intellectual Radio, where we are just going to sit here and talk to you till we basically can't talk to you anymore about it. Is just simply about life.
Wow.
Yeah, life. So I ran into a young lady. I met her probably at some get together, but I ran into her about 2 weeks ago because she literally called me yesterday and told me that I had not been on the radio in 2 weeks. So she's been watching because she wants me to tell her story. So her story is, and it's like all the other crazy stories we tell.
Baby daddy, husband not coming home, cheating, what?
No, she's been with this guy who she says is her fiance, 14-year fiance, whatever. Nevertheless, she's been with him for 14 years. And people, I really need you all to be kind because these are feelings. She's in her feelings. When I tell you these stories, these women will call me crying about this stuff. And I feel real bad. I just don't know what to say. I just be like,
you feel bad.
Couldn't be me. Just that's all I could. I say it in my head. It couldn't be me. So this story is 14 years with this guy. He came home. So I ran into her 2 weeks ago when she initially told me the story. So it's probably the week before that. So basically, roughly 3 weeks ago, he, I guess, came home and she said he had been acting kind of funny, but he came home this particular day from work. That's what I said, Malachi, 14-year fiance, where they do that. I said the same thing. But nevertheless, came home and told her that he needed for her to move out.
Oh.
That he would pay first, last, or move-in fee or something in whatever it is that you have to pay. Told her to get something for under $1,200 so she can take care of it herself. And that he wanted custody of their two sons that are 8 and 10. And the reason he wants custody so he does not have to give her child support. She says they have bought a house together, but her name not on it. You didn't buy that with him, boo. He did. They bought a cabin up in Wisconsin together. Her name not on it. You didn't buy that, honey. He did. Cars.
Oh.
The cars are in his name, not her name, but she's been with him for 14 years. He never wanted her to work, so she was a stay-at-home mom for her kids. But again, your name, I mean, I was like Scooby-Doo. Where did they do that at? Your name is not on anything. And like I told her, my first problem with her story is your fiance for 14 years. My second problem was that you guys been together 14 years and your name is nothing. On any nothing. You're not on anything. My third problem is that even though you were a stay-at-home mom, you could have had a stay-at-home business. You could have been doing something. I don't care, selling Avon, Mary Kay, doing some knitting or something. You could have been doing something instead of women get so comfortable with letting a man say, I'm going to take care of you. You always have to have your own hustle. I don't care what it is. You always have to have your own hustle. So I had several problems with her story. And when I asked her what was she going to do, she told me that she wanted to kill herself. Okay, that's when Chris got serious. I don't joke with suicide. I don't joke with anything like that. And I told her, I gave her the number for the suicide line, because when people tell me something like that, I'm going to take it dead serious. I'm not going to even joke or play around with it because it's no joke. Too many people are going around killing themselves for a little of nothing.
Absolutely.
What was the lady name? I got a bunch of her purses that killed herself. The designer.
Kate Spade.
Yeah. That was over a man. First of all, there is no man worth killing yourself over. There's no man. There's too many men out here giving away their stuff for free, and you're going to go kill yourself. It's just like it's too many women out here giving away for free. It's no man should want to kill himself over a woman. But my issue with all of this, even saying all of this, you end these long boyfriend-girlfriend relationships, and when he gets tired, which is obviously what he did, and told her he was in love with somebody else and he wanted to marry this other chick, that now she's heartbroken. And at the end of the day, you wanted to play wife without a ring. That was what you allowed to happen. Now, I don't judge or condone whatever, but you asked me to talk about this. And so I'm going to talk about it. You said you wanted my viewers' views, and I told you to be very carefully what you asked for. But now I put it out there. So my viewers, let's go. What y'all think? I can't tell you how upset it was for me just to hear a young lady, beautiful young lady. You know, she was in interior design school. Now, I did go to her house on Saturday after I got my nails done. Like, they pretty, charmed by Char. I did go to her house, and when I tell you her house was like the bomb, it was gorgeous inside and out in Frankfurt. Nice home.
How old is she?
38.
Wow.
38. When I told you that that house was a beautiful house, that she designed and put all this stuff into this house, and she at the house, she traveled abroad to get certain furnitures and da-da-da-da. You just got it ready for the next chick, because he said that he is in love, and he literally has already proposed to the other girl.
As Nicole would say, I'm dead.
Yeah, I flatlined when she told me, because I couldn't believe that you would not do something to ensure you. And she was like, I thought he was my forever. You didn't think he was your forever, not without a ring. Well, even with a ring on, that don't mean that she's going to be.
I was just about to say that just because you have a ring doesn't mean it's
forever. Eric says she should get custody and get an attorney. Common law marriage. Yes, common law marriage.
Not in Illinois.
But that's what I'm about to say. Illinois don't have common law. But I'm like, girl, you can get you some palimony. You know, you kept the house. You took care of the kids. And I said, the house is so gorgeous. He wants her to move. He gave her to the end of July to move.
Oh, wow. I wouldn't be going anywhere.
And then told her under 1,200. I said, where you going, to low end? You know, this chick is not no low end chick girl, you know.
Well, for one, he can't give her a deadline of July.
He gave July 30th.
He has to take her to court to evict her. So that's one thing.
He said if she's not out by July 30th, he was going to evict her. That is what he told her.
Okay.
He said he know the law. If she was not out by July 30th, he was going to evict her.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you over there doing stuff with the law. It's like you hear something else. You hear something else? I was hearing something else, and I didn't know if I was getting feedback off of that mic from me. Okay, so Malachi, it's absolutely terrible. And as when I went to her house Saturday, it's because like literally she was like, I can only tell you this. I'm a stranger. Why tell me? You know, and she was like, because I respect what you do and I respect your opinion. And
sometimes it's easier to get an opinion from somebody
you don't know.
Right. So therefore people don't want to talk about those delicate conversations because they don't want to be judged.
Right.
So they better talk about somebody on the outside who probably will never see them again.
I'll see her. Oh, I'll see her. We run in a similar circle, so I'll definitely see her. But I went to her house and like she had Charmed by Char. Y'all see my orange nails? She's on here, Charmed.
Have you spoken to her?
Go get Saturday? Charmed by Char. Yeah, I talk to her every day.
Okay.
I talk to her every day. So, like I said, I had just got my nails done Saturday, and I went over there. And I had so much stuff to do. Like I had to take that time out just to go because when I got in my car, she called me, and it was the crying on the phone and all that. And I'm like, okay, send me your address. So she sent it to me. But let me tell you how people are. People are so into appearances. And she's probably going to be mad when I say this. But when I got to her house, she had tea and cookies.
What's her address? We coming over. We going to have some talks at your house on your couch.
You know, she had the little finger sandwiches. And I'm like, I'm sorry. You ain't have to do all this for me.
But I respect her for that, though.
Right. Well, no, I do too.
I respect her for that. But so many things come to mind when you say that as women, we get caught up in being comfortable. We get caught up with being in that man's life. And we forget about ourselves. That's one issue that she did. She got comfortable.
Well, Artrine says that he cannot evict her by 7:30. Yes, we know. Tim said eviction in Illinois is taking an average of 14 months. She got some time. Ed says, really, the ring don't mean a thing nowadays.
It doesn't. That ring don't mean nothing.
Tamara say you should always have your own. Gwen said, did he see Diary of a Mad Black Woman? And Malachi, as usual, has a blank stare.
That is how the Diary of the Mad Black Woman happened. He came home and put her out, got with another woman who had his children because she couldn't have children.
But these are her two sons. This is not the girlfriend. These are her two sons.
Right.
So yeah, it's
similar
to it. But and when I tell you, that house is bad. She hit the little button and the curtains went up. I was like, oh heck. Like curtains went up, and I'm like, man.
She's
then,
so drummy.
Then she was like, did you want to go sit out in the Lene? I'm like, the who? The little sunroom.
Oh,
look, I call mine a sunroom. She was like the Lene. I'm like, hey, it's a sunroom to me, but so
she's talking about the dog or something.
No, the Lene is the sunroom. Some people call it the Florida room, which
slow.
is what mine is called the Florida room, like but she called it the Lene. So I'm like, whatever.
Is she bougie?
Yeah, she is.
She got caught up.
She's an only child. Her
mother
is dealing with dementia. Her father passed away a couple of years, so it's really just her and her mom now.
So she got caught up in the lifestyle that he was providing for her.
But she kind of came from that lifestyle too. But it was more so, like you said, 14 years in a relationship, and she was in interior design school. Decided when they got together, he didn't want her. He wanted her to be home and raise their boys.
Hey, Matthew. No, she don't know who she is.
Okay, Niecy, she got it in capital letters. Yes, Niecy, I got you, girl. It makes you kind of understand Lorraine Bobbitt. Yeah, no, I can't understand her because I would never, ever, ever want to cut off a man's penis. I just I'm not violent in that aspect.
Need to cut it off in a minute.
Hey, brother Martin,
give me a chopper.
No, I'd never want to cause harm to a man or woman.
Put them in some alcohol bath. Slice them up a little bit like a paper cut.
Oh. No. I mean, I just normally tell people to drink bleach or something like that,
They're not going to naturally drink bleach.
Well, I just tell people that I would never want to hurt anyone.
Just pinch them just a little. It's just a little pinch. It won't hurt.
So she said she wanted you guys' opinion. Because all this that I'm saying is what I've told her. And no, he cannot put you out the house in 30 days or whatever it is, 30 days at the end of July. But he said, find you something under $1,200 that you could afford. Because I know you haven't been in the workforce in a long time.
So how do you know she can afford that?
Well, I said, tell me you were stacking money. She's like, no, he had me on a very tight budget.
Women, what is wrong with you guys? What is wrong with you guys? You have to know who you are, for one. 2, don't settle. 3, get your stuff together. 14 years as being engaged. No. So therefore, that lets me know she wasn't paying attention to her fiance, because when do you have time to fall in love with somebody else that I'm not noticing? Because I'm going to watch every detail that goes on. Oh, you're not answering this? Oh, yeah. I'm going to watch. And then you don't have a prayer life because the Holy Ghost go kick in somewhere.
Malachi.
No, man. No. Matthew, I need you to come on back on in here.
Well, Gwen, the thing is that this is not her husband. This is just...
She lost.
This was just somebody that she was playing house with.
She better go. She better pawn that stuff. She better sell everything.
No.
What?
You know me. You know I do my research. I said to her, girl, you got any jewelry? Anything?
She ain't got nothing?
None.
Oh my goodness. What is she doing?
I literally was like Scooby-Doo, like, She's like, well, we always went to dinner for my birthday. He never gave me gifts. Dinner was my gift.
You can cook a dinner? You didn't go to White Castles?
He took her out to dinner. I never had to get off. I mean, I wanted to get technical. I had somebody take me to White Castles for my birthday, and I literally got out my car and was like, I know this nigga did not take me to no White Castle. Because we went to the White Castle. No, we went to the comedy show and we missed our restaurant reservations or whatever. He was
Absolutely.
Like, let's just go to White Castles.
Well, White Castles take reservations?
Only on Valentine's Day.
Absolutely. Now, Latrice says she needs some physical help because this has messed her up.
Anytime you talk about killing yourself, it does more than mess you up.
Yeah, because she's gone.
And that's why I have to call her every day. If she doesn't call me, I call her. But she's been pretty good about calling me every day. And I'm like, hey, just checking on you. As Tanya say, she's stupid, special. She don't have it.
No, she's like the average female
my girl
these days.
Tanya would have sliced and diced them by now.
Yeah, I would have. We about to roll some dice right now. Which one are you doing?
When you think of, and you are absolutely right. Gwen says, when you plant a bad seed, you get a bad harvest. Ed said, this guy has been an a-hole all the time. She knew she was dealing with a selfish man in the beginning. And that's what I said. She's like, oh, he wasn't like that in the beginning. I said, was he whining? Wait. I said, was he whining and dining you? No, he was just really nice to me. I was like, you got any tequila, some Tito's, something, because you tripping me out with he was really nice to you crap.
Does she have any friends?
He's done alienated her from
he set up
some of the same people that we know, but that she don't come around though.
I'm not getting rid of my friends. I'm gonna talk to everybody. You're not about to alienate me. I'm sorry, you can't do that.
But she thought she was living a life. I thought you said you had to go to work tonight. She thought she said that she said she thought she found her forever. And I said, I agree you thought you found your forever, but when he wasn't trying to wife you, he wasn't trying to make you. You wanted him to be your forever, but he didn't want you as his forever.
She should have had some insurance on that forever.
And I was like, so you trying to tell me you didn't see no signs or nothing? She's like, no, because he's always at work. Ding, 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 ding. That was your sign.
Exactly. You at work. Oh, we about to bring you lunch.
So I said, well, have you talked to the kids? I said, have you guys decided how you're going to talk to the kids? She said, oh, well, he told them they were going to get a new mom. I'm like, what? He said, what?
We need to get her on a...
And no, I asked her, I said, can you come on the show to tell your story? I said, because people be thinking I'm joking. I said, can you?
No, you're not joking. It's actually a real life story.
Can you come on the show and tell your story?
Can she come outside?
She said, Tanya said she need a nap. Yeah, Malachi. But have you seen,
that's
like,
crazy.
she's like a Gabrielle Union, and she reminded me of these two people, Gabrielle Union and the other young lady, Juju from Love and Hip Hop.
Well, Gabrielle Union has a very low self-esteem.
But what I'm saying is that pretty chocolate girl,
nice
figure, when she walk in, all heads turn type of girl. This is what type of woman she is.
So she's insecure, don't know who she is, don't know what love looks like. She got caught up in her life. It looked good from the outside, but she was jacked up from the inside.
Ed says money has always been the root of all evil. When a woman look to a man to take care of her, she will always be subjected to the BS. That's true. Tanya says she is special, and Tamara said see death.
No. We can't say that when she's battling this particular situation. We can't say that.
Because right now I feel like she's in a depression, and y'all know me. I try to help people, so I gave her the suicide hotline. I also and I put it in her phone myself. I also gave her a counselor's name for her to call. And I did call the counselor because she's a friend of mine. And she said, no, she has not heard from her. And she can't make that call. She has to make that call to her. My friend can't call her. Shar said, you all very judgy. There ain't nobody judge nobody. And Ed said, and that's why she is being treated that way.
I don't think she needs to be alone at this moment.
Hey, I can't sleep. Oh, his butt, she said, see death. I can't be spending the night at no grown person house.
Yeah, I'm not saying you need to spend there, but I mean, she definitely don't need to be alone at that moment.
He's home?
She can still go in and commit suicide while he's home.
I'm hoping not. I'm hoping the simple fact that her kids are there. She seemed to dote on those boys. And that's what I said, when I saw her and realized when she said what she said to me, and I said, and I look over, all these pictures of her boys are all over the house, like all over. I'm like, girl, look at these handsome young men you have. What they gonna do without you?
Oh, the new mom's gonna take care of them.
Well, he told the kids they was having a new mom, and the kid came to her. The oldest one came to her like, Mom, Dad, we gonna get a new mom. Girl, the dad said we gonna get a new mom.
I wouldn't know where to start. You gonna tell my kids that we have had together that I gotta You're going to get a new mom. I got to be gone by the end of July.
I saw your boo today.
And I got to find an apartment for $1,200. Because I didn't fall in love with somebody else.
Right. Gwen says to tell her to read Psalms 23, 1 through 6. What's 23, 1 and 6? I know that one.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, she's calling you now. Cousin Gina,
we're gonna
on
call
the
you
radio.
back.
Cousin Gina, we are on the radio. You call both of us. So Malachi is messing with Shar, so I will not repeat that. It says, see, beauty without intelligence has always been a woman's downfall.
Wow, that's good. That's good.
Very good statement there, Ed.
That's good.
Like that one. So true.
Yes, that's really good.
Shar, check your spelling. Do you use spell check? That's what Malachi was saying. Spell check. But so anyway, so this is her story. She wanted you guys' opinions. What should she do? I said stay until you get an attorney.
What's the attorney going to do? She can fight for her kids.
He can't just put her out the house.
She has laws that way.
And then he's saying that she's not going to be able to financially take care of the kids because she hasn't worked.
He got to write what he want to. It's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer.
The Lord is my shepherd; I shall not want.
Yeah, that's right.
I know it's Psalms 23.
At the funeral today, that should have been the top of my head. Right?
Okay, thank you, Tanya. So
she lost.
I don't think she's necessarily lost because I think that the judge is going to see
the favor of God is definitely going to have to be on her life.
I said, stay prayerful, say your prayers. And she was like, what'd she say? I don't pray like that. I said, girl, if you don't pray like that, this is now more than ever the time for you to drop on your knees and prayer.
Absolutely. I
said, take it to the Lord. I said, because I can tell people about it, but you need to have that personal relationship with God. You need to go to God and say, hey.
I know I had some issues in the last couple of days.
You got to help me out of this one.
That's exactly how I talked to him. Like, we got a problem here. What we going to do?
So.
Yeah, she definitely got a serious issue there.
Hey, Nisi.
But she has to stay encouraged. She can't look at all the negative things that's going on. She got to find something like her boys and do something with them and find a plan, find an ally for herself. Find out who she is, get her hobby besides decorating somebody else's house.
So, decorating interior design is a big business. I have a girlfriend who's an interior designer down in Beverly Hills, California, and she designs the stars homes. So she was like, she was almost finished. Go back to school, pray, go back to school, start thinking about yourself. If you don't want to think about yourself, think about your sons. They're still young. They still need you. So think about them. If you can't think about nothing else, get off of him.
Them boys are going to go through something, especially the moms.
But she said that he came in, what's today? Thursday. He came in Tuesday saying to her, are you okay? She's like, and she got a soft voice. I just wanted to throw something at him. I said, girl,
why didn't you?
That's what I said. I said, no, I said, girl, you should have.
No, she shouldn't. I'm trying to stay away from violence. Violence is not the key.
I was like, you should have. Hey, Tamara.
Violence is not the key.
So Ed says, go get a job. Stop thinking she is so beautiful and come back to earth and learn a lesson from that and keep it moving. Okay. Shar says she's going back to work. Shar, I need my nail fixed. It came off today. I don't know why. It lifted. Tanya says she better start. Gwen says amen. And Malachi has found somebody else to fight with. Shar. Every week, Malachi picks on somebody to fight with. So he gonna say, what type of job do you have using gloves? Malachi, you so slow. I said, go get charmed by Char. She does nails. Hey, Tara. So that is the subject. No violence, y'all said. No violence. But
I'm trying to walk away from violence. No violence. Violence is not the answer. Violence is not the answer.
So, hey, guess who was on here earlier? I don't know if she's still on here. Dorothy. Dot was on here.
Oh, hey, Dot.
She was on here when I first got on here. Dot was on here. Aunt Dot is like our aunt from Where's she from? Arkansas.
West Memphis, Arkansas, I believe. That's crazy.
Malachi was like, Chris, I was being sarcastic. Good grief. Okay, so Mal, you being a man, what kind of advice can you give her? Besides move on and all that. And
well, would she take anybody's advice though?
Well, she said that's what she wanted me to bring it up, but just don't say her name. I'm like, girl, I'm a journalist. I don't say no names. We learn not to give out our sources.
Well, she has a lot.
What he's doing to her is definitely wrong, Tamara. But what you gonna do when you don't have anything to stand on?
She don't have nothing.
You know, thank God that her parents were well off where he's not taking care of her mother. You know, that is being taken care of from her mother and her father's whatever savings or whatever. You know, I said she's lucky in that aspect. She said because if he had to take care of her mother, he probably wouldn't. Malachi, you squatters right. I already told her that one. Because squatters got a lot of rights. If somebody come and squat, say they break in my house and squat, say I'm on vacation, I'm gone for a week or two. All they got to do is send themselves a piece of mail while I'm gone, and they got squatters right.
Absolutely. You can't put them out.
But guess what I'm coming in to do? Conceal and carry, baby. That's all I'm going to say. Be in my house.
No violence.
Be in my house if you want to after I come back off of vacation and tell about you got squatters right. Do you guys know a man did do that over in Bloomington? What's that? Bloomington?
Bloomingdale. And the one recently by the house wasn't recently. It was in Orland.
Yeah, I heard about the guy in Orland. That man had went and got the lights and everything turned on in Orland.
Everything. It was there for years.
And when the bank came to show somebody else the house, he was living in there. And they said he had squatters right. Again, break in my house while I'm on vacation. And I'm gone a week or two and I come back and you there. All I'm going to say, I'm going to be one of the women on TV with my hair all over my head with the news. Ain't
that Cousin Chris on the news?
Yeah, Cousin Chris on the news. Malachi, there is not much she can do. She has painted herself into a corner. Absolutely 100%. She definitely has painted herself in a corner.
Right, but there's people out there that have been together I can't say the name. They was together for like 45 years. It was not married. When he passed away, didn't get nothing. Mm-hmm. You didn't get nothing. You with a man for 45 years and you couldn't get nothing. The house couldn't get, bank account couldn't touch. Kids came in, closed shop, told you got to go, and left you with nothing. And you took care of this man when on a sick bed. You was there, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You catered to this man, and you have nothing. No insurance policy, no 401k. You couldn't get Social Security. You couldn't get nothing.
Nothing at all.
So everything you done invested in, worked for, you walk away with nothing. So 14 years of being with someone that you have no security. Get some type of insurance. Get a life insurance policy. Pay yourself back.
You can get the clothes on your back, but like the kids said, leave the jewelry.
Right. Jewelry don't belong to you.
Jewelry don't belong to you.
So what does he do for a living?
An engineer.
Okay.
She said architectural engineer. So I got to do something with building and all that. So I don't know.
So he's well off.
Yeah, he works on big buildings downtown. He was one of the main engineers for the Trump Tower.
What is going on with the women in Frankfurt? Because another one of your friends that was in Frankfurt, I think it was like the attorney couple or something.
They live downtown.
I thought they was in Frankfurt.
No, they live downtown. Nice tea, Intellectual Radio. If you want one of these beautiful T-shirts, can't have mine, but they are $10. Just reach out to me and you can wear you one of the Intellectual Radio T-shirts. Great business. She seemed like a player that got played. Dude, how was she a player?
She didn't know who she was.
She didn't know who she was. She wasn't.
She played herself.
Right. She got played. She played herself thinking that, love don't cost a thing.
She got the only kid syndrome. So she have no support. Her parents are older. They elderly.
Her father's deceased. Her mom is going through dementia.
So that's gone. You don't have no one to depend on. So you isolated yourself from family and friends. If you have any cousins or aunties or things of that nature, you have nobody but yourself.
She makes it seem like she don't have anybody. So I'm going to say she doesn't have anybody with, and when I see this person, it's always, she is such a pretty girl. Da, 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 da. She drives a really nice white Range Rover.
It ain't her car.
It's not her car, though.
It's his car. So when you leave, you can't take the car. You can't take the furniture. You can have your clothes.
She said that he said he was gonna buy her a car. I said, girl, you gonna get a
Kia.
You gonna run from a Range to a Hyundai.
Wow.
I just don't know how women get into these type of situations that, and we've all been in these relationships. I mean, I was with someone for 16 years, not married or anything, but the difference was what's mine was mine. My money went into Chris's bank account. It didn't go into the household. It went into Chris's bank account. If you don't have a plan, you don't have a plan. We're only hearing one side of the story. Absolutely right, Malachi, because there's always three sides of the story. But trust and believe the way she told this story and could hardly get the story out. I believe her wholeheartedly 100%. And it's really not easy for me to believe anybody because I'm always giving you that for real.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, for real. No, the crying, just the hurt that I saw in her face, the hurt that I saw in her voice, I heard in her voice, the pain that she was in, just sitting there trying to tell me. She still, when she calls me, she's still having these breakdown moments, which she's gonna have. And like, I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go. And, and I'm like, do you got access to the bank accounts? You got credit cards? And she's like, I do have an American Express.
Well, that's your answer right there. That's your way out.
You got the pen? Well, yeah, but he said I'm only supposed to. Do you have the pen? Girl, go get you some money off that American Express. He'll find out next month when he got to pay that bill. I'm like, you have to look out for you right now and you and those kids. Malachi said that doesn't mean she's telling the entire story. Reality has set in. Mal, I'm telling you, this
the reality is she doesn't have no security. She doesn't have no blanket. She came in with nothing. Anything. She doesn't have a marriage certificate. She doesn't have a job. She doesn't have any money. All she has is herself and two kids.
Her two boys.
That's it. And he wants custody of him. So if you prove that you can't take care of the kids,
and he told her that he wanted custody of them so he wouldn't have to pay her child support and that she couldn't take care of them anyway because she ain't had no job.
So now she's got to be entitled to pay child support to a degree because he's going to have custody of the kids.
And she ain't got no job. What's she going to pay?
Then her life's going to be suspended.
I heard. I mean, if you don't have a job, you're still supposed to pay like $10 a month.
And if you don't pay, your license gets suspended. You go to jail.
Well,
she's gonna need some. I definitely agree with Latrice. She's gonna need some professional help. She needs to start getting therapy now.
Ain't nobody missing a point, Malachi. We just ignoring you.
Ouch, Malachi. That was below the belt. Sorry, sir.
You all missing the point. No, we're just ignoring you.
The point is, she's walking away with nothing. She came in with nothing. She walked out with nothing.
She is acting this out, Malachi. She deserves an Academy, Oscar, Emmy. What's all those other awards? BET Award. She deserved all those awards. Ed says, what woman you know don't have their own? See, she put herself in this situation. See, men and women feel changing now don't want her no more. Now what she's going to do, I just don't know any woman that will give up everything for a man.
It's a lot of them out there. It's a lot of them out there.
Malachi says, Tasha, all Chris can do is hit below the belt. I'm
going to go sit in my corner. Don't y'all got a petty corner somewhere?
We don't have a petty corner here, but we do have a petty corner down at one of the best lodges, the best lodge in the city, most worshipful St. John Grand Lodge. Best lodge. Masonics and Eastern Star. Well, we do got Malachi's Mason brother. He don't count. He don't speak for the other 400-500 of them. But yeah, we just let him in. You know how you got to have that charity case? That would be Mal. So yes, Mal definitely needs to be in a petty corner with like 10 pictures because he's always up to something or doing something.
Wow, that's crazy.
Cubs Nation, baby, Cubs Nation. But yeah, so that is her little synopsis story of what should she do. I told her first she need to seek God, seek therapy. What did I say? Seek God, seek therapy, think of your kids and then think of yourself. I don't know. Maybe I didn't give it to her in that order, but
okay.
But see, God was number one.
Absolutely. She has to build a relationship with God. She has to believe that there's the light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, there's a light at the end of the tunnel.
She just has to think. She's not thinking.
And
you cannot move out of emotions. Lord knows I am learning that. Not moving out of emotions.
She was like, I should just pack up and leave.
Where you gonna go?
I was like, where you going? Look, where you going? Because I thought she was gonna say,
oh, she was gonna go to your house.
No.
She was gonna come to your house.
No. I have enough company. Oh. No.
Sorry.
But yeah. Hey, she got that American Express. She could go.
That's her way out. That's her ticket.
She can go and stay at the hotel.
I was sitting right there.
But I don't know him personally. I don't think I've ever seen him. And there were pictures of him. And I'm like, no, I don't think I've ever seen him before. And honestly, he wasn't no prize.
Most of them not.
He wasn't no prize at all. I was like, oh, you got to play lift up and fine with him.
But he wins with his money, though.
Money
and sometimes a lot of women get attracted to the money.
I have dated guys with money. I've dated guys with
money.
You're
a different breed, though.
And it ain't. It's not all that. They want to control you. They want to not let you have a life. Can't nobody control the Chris. No, I don't do that one. I had three brothers, and they didn't play that. Hey, my baby, sis Erica. Oh, Crystal. See, even you know Malachi is a troublemaker. See, Malachi, Crystal said hello. Troublemaking. That's what he has been doing all night, causing trouble. So he probably tuned off now. Erica's back. Erica's on there.
Did she tune in?
Who, Erica?
No, she didn't want to broadcast her name.
No, she's gonna look at it later. You know, people go back and look at the little show later on because they don't want me to know that they don't want people to know. She's gonna go back and read the comments, but considering that they're not doing their normal comments,
they're not doing the normal comment. No,
doing the normal comments that we normally would get. But
Malachi is though. Well, Malachi's doing an excellent job.
His usual self. He might have had to get off. His parole officer probably just called him or something. Stop by the house.
Well, I would definitely keep her lifted in prayer, though, because, depression sticks in that way.
Yeah. Depression is a very serious disease.
Yes, I just got a text message from a young lady saying that she's feeling lost and feeling depressed and she don't know what to do. And she's 21.
It's a very, very serious disease and people need to get help. And people need to get help. You can't play with your mental health. You can't play with your health, period. But mental health is what's destroying a lot of families right now. Suicide is up.
And because they feel lost, they don't know what love looks like. It's all about loving yourself. And then when you don't love yourself, you begin to accept anything and everything. And then these babies now that's from the age from 18, actually younger than that, that's thinking about committing suicide.
Oh, yeah.
A 12-year-old young girl said she wanted to commit suicide.
What about the 16-year-old that threw herself in front of the metro train a couple of weeks ago, like a week or two ago?
Yeah, she started at 95th, but the train wasn't coming fast enough. So she got on the train and went to 87th Street. And then when the train came to 87th Street, because it was picked up speed, then she jumped in front of it. So she attempted at 95th, didn't succeed. And then she went to 87th Street, and then that's when she jumped.
Wow. 16 years old.
16 years old. What was she thinking? It's like she had a plan.
But nobody will know. Her family don't know. Nobody will know what.
A lot of parents these days are not connected to the children. I went to a funeral today, and I was just sitting there observing, and the mother to me seemed disconnected from the son. You about to bury your oldest son, and you disconnected. 27 years old. Yeah, 27 years old. You disconnected from your son. I seen the disconnect.
Yeah.
You're not disconnecting, and it's crazy.
I think that it's always been said that we as Black Americans, we never seem to think that we have a problem. And we don't seek the help that is needed.
I agree because of pride. Mm-hmm. They don't want to be judged. They think somebody's going to talk about them or have a separate conversation outside. But how about if I may have that separate conversation outside to see how can I help you? Because I may not know. I may have a separate conversation about something that me and my daughter's going through, but I may not know how to deal with it. But you may be experiencing that area.
Right.
So I'm not coming to the gospel about it. I'm coming to get some counsel.
Some counsel about it. But a lot of people, well, I'm going to say in the Black American race, because I'm not from Africa. I'm sorry. We can't keep saying African American. We're not from there. Our ancestors are. So Black Americans think that it's an embarrassment to seek therapy. And
I don't believe I'll go to therapy every Friday. Sure do. I really do.
With the way the government is cutting out the mental health and medicine and everything else for the mentally ill, it's where are we going to end up at?
Correct. I actually was making some phone calls for one particular young lady to see a psychiatrist, and they're not taking appointments. The ones that I've called starting from like September to November. So she needs counsel now. She needs medication now because she's going through depression. You telling me you can't see her until November?
Yeah.
You can't see her until September? Oh, we have a waiting list for Cigna. So if somebody cancels, then we'll call. But it's going rapid.
Well, I mean, we can thank the sitting governor who canceled the funds for mental health care. Hey, Nick.
They're not taking insurance, and we don't take this insurance because it's not going to pay enough. Oh, it's not going to cover this one. Oh, you have a co-payment of $50. So every time I got to come see you, it's $50.
It's $50. And when you go to a therapist, it's like $25 or $35.
So that's $85 if you got to see them 2 or 3 times a month.
Right.
And you don't have a job. So it's designed to kill you.
It is. But again, what are you going to do if you that's why I tell people, you can go and you can see a therapist, but a lot of you just really need to pray and get your life together, because prayer
works.
It works. It solves a lot of things. A lot of people don't think it does, but it really, really solves.
And going to church, depending on that pastor to give you that relationship with God, is out of order.
And I'm not talking about sitting in front of TV watching Creflo Dollar and Joel Osteen saying you at church. Go to church.
Okay, I'll do it. No, I'll be on Dr. Matthew Stevenson's.
My daughter's father will swear to God, I'd be like,
I'm going to church.
Take Megan to church. He said, we sit right in the front room and watch church. I even put her dress on. I'm like, you know what? You need your bubble. That is not taking her to church. And I'm like, I'm going to start taking her to church myself, because she'll come with me when I have her, you know, when he's out of town and she's with me for the weekend. But he think that sitting in front of the TV watching Joel Osteen and Creflo Dollar is
I'm guilty. I get it, but it's nothing like being in the presence.
You're right, Gwen. God can turn it around, but a lot of people they don't see that. And you know, it's funny too, because sometimes there's people that have been in church their whole life that all of a sudden become the doubters.
Because they're looking at men. They're looking at that preacher. They're judging the preacher lifestyle. They realize that the preacher is not supposed to make error. They're not supposed to make no type of mistakes. They just think that the preacher is perfect. But they're men first.
Preachers are not perfect. They're men and women first. We got lady preachers.
Yes,
so Nicole
absolutely.
said prayer changes things. Build a relationship with God yourself. A pastor cannot build that for you. Hey, Levi. And no, absolutely not. And they are looking at what the pastor is saying and what the pastor is driving, and the pastor and the first lady.
They're trying to scoot the first lady out the side to be the first lady.
They are definitely trying to scoot the first lady out the side. But it's amazing that people think that this is the pastor is their connection to God,
and it's not.
Versus you getting on your knees and praying to God.
And I'm guilty of it. I used to be in that realm for a season until I had to snap myself out of it and build that personal relationship with God.
Yeah, and a lot of people feel like when if God don't do what they want God to do for them, that God is not real, or He doesn't exist, or because you had a trial or tribulation. But the Bible tells you that God don't give you no more than what you can handle. And that's where people need to get off of that. God wasn't there for you.
He's not an ATM machine.
He's not an ATM machine. It's like every once in a while, I be like, hey, Lord, if you let me win that lotto, dude, I got you. I got you. But you're not supposed to ask for stuff like that. But I figured if I snuck it in one of my prayers, he might have just like, oh yeah, let me go ahead and do that for Chris.
You got to pay to win though.
Hey, all they get out of me is $1. But since they raise it, it's $2. That's it. That's my cutoff. I don't play like that. I play every blue moon. It's up to 308 million or 340 million for tomorrow.
I haven't played lottery in like 6 years.
I'm just saying, y'all gonna know when I win because Chris gonna disappear. Y'all gonna be
You
like,
disappear now. I'll be like, did she win the lottery?
they be like, where Chris at? Chris
I'm over here in New York. I'm in Miami. I'm in California.
That's work related. Those be business trip. That don't be fun.
Once again, let's Malachi say that.
Why is this man crawling on me? Oh.
You got a camera.
But again, prayer works. Stop thinking prayer don't work because it does. Because I tell you, I be like, God, listen, man. Let me tell you this story. I know God be like, oh, here come Chris again. What you gonna tell me this time?
Mm-mm. I'm like, God, you woke. What we doing today? What we doing? That's what my life consists of right now. It's like, what we doing?
You have to have that personal relationship. I can't tell you what to do in your relationship. Cousin Tasha can't tell you what to do in your relationship. Sit back, pray. God will bring it to you. He will give you your answer. It may not even be the answer that you want, but he will definitely give you your answer. So it's not about sometimes going to your girlfriends, going to your boyfriend, going to your friends. It's about that personal relationship that you have with God. And with that being said, this is Canid Talk Radio on IntellectualRadio.com. And if y'all want to hang out, I'm going to the dating game. Hey, let's not get that twisted. My sponsor is there. I play softball, even though I ain't played a game this season. But that is where my sponsor is at. So if you guys want to hang out, come meet me. As a matter of fact, y'all probably can beat me to the dating game. Canid Talk Radio on IntellectualRadio.com. Peace.
I wanna put you in the mood. We got all damn night. I wanna do this right. Girl, let me set the table. Whatever's on your mind, girl, put that thing aside.